What's going on, good people? We're back. We're live talking to you about how wholesalers make money. A lot of people wonder how wholesaling work, how everything works in wholesale real estate. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how wholesaling works, how wholesalers make money, um, and try to put it in real simple terms, man. So, as you come in, let me know who you are, where you're from, what you got going on. Um, What are you trying to get started in this wholesale thing? Are you already doing deals? If you are doing deals, help us out. How are you doing deals? Right? How are you doing deals? What's working for you out there? I know I'm always learning. I don't know about other people, but I'm always learning new ways, better strategies, all that other good stuff. So always trying to figure out what's working for everybody, so I can do it. So, yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about how wholesalers make money. We're gonna talk about strategies that I'm using right now, uh, how I'm making money, deals I got going on, things that's working for me, things that's not working. So we're gonna talk about it tonight, man. So y'all just let's go, man. Let's go. Let's see who up in here. Um, like I said, make sure you comment if you're watching this on the replay. Make sure you comment. Let us know who you are, what you got going on, all the other good stuff. Trying to get all my crowds in here, man. Trying to get my Instagram crowd in here, my Facebook crowd in here. I know I got my YouTube crowd in here, but trying to get everybody in here, man. Trying to get everybody in here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, I don't know how to get some of this stuff, man. I'm like, man, I don't even know how to. I don't know how to make some of this stuff work, man. But we're gonna keep it rolling anyways. What's going on, man? So, man, let me know who you are, where you got, what you got going on, where you from. I know we got a lot of deals going on, a lot of deals in different areas. So, I want to see where y'all from, so I can see, are y'all in areas where we could be doing deals, man? Maybe, maybe you can help us out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can help us out. What's going on, Luxy? What's going on? How you doing? Um, so I want to shout out to my guy John. My guy John just closed a deal in Texas. John just closed a deal in Texas, man, for 7K. He's buying leads for $50. John buying lead for $50 and closed the deal for 7 grand. And he got it off a lead that he bought for $50 after he jumped into our school. And man, we just been teaching John how to buy leads, how to talk to the leads when you buy them. We talked to him about how to list properties on the MLS, which is the most important strategy that you could possibly do. Right, the most important strategy you could possibly do is list your property on the MLS. We showed him how to do that, and that was the complete game changer. Right, the game changers were listing properties on the MLS. Um, and that's how he was able to close his deal, man. And dude, he gonna be able to do a lot more than that. That's why I try to tell people, man, learning how to do this is the biggest thing. Because once you learn how to do it, it's a wrap from there. So, how do you market? How are you marketing nowadays? So we're mainly doing PPL, pay per lead, on websites like Motivated Sellers and Property Leads. There's other websites out there too that has pay per lead services, but that's kind of how I like to do it. I did the Facebook ads, and it's kind of the same type of leads from the pay per lead, but if you do pay per lead, you able to return bad leads. When I was doing Facebook ads, you can't return the Facebook ads. You know what I'm saying? So the pay per leads is what I'm doing, and we see if you buy 20 to 30 leads, there's a deal in there. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you buy nationwide, doesn't matter if you buy statewide, doesn't matter if you buy county to county. Just depends on your preference. You know what I'm saying? If you got, particular counties you like to work in, you can focus on the counties, and those leads can cost anything from 75 to 150, depending on what website you use. You know what I'm saying? So he said, okay, bet, because prop screen and list the old way overdoing things. Now, prop screen you can still use, but I would target things like probate and pre-foreclosures. That's what you want to target on prop screen. You want to target probates, you want to target pre-foreclosures, people that really need to sell, that has a real reason that they're looking to sell their property. That's who you want to target on prop screen. But as far as just getting leads, I think that getting PPLs, like people who are looking to sell their property, is the best way. You know what I'm saying? The best way is to get people who really are looking to sell their property versus, one is prospecting. Actually, when you're going out here and reaching out to people, off lists, that's prospecting. Marketing is the PPLs who actually are putting the ads out there and people are responding to the ads. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like they see some on TV, they see some on social media, they respond to it, and they're looking to sell their property. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the biggest things. The difference between prop screen and PPLs is prospecting versus marketing. You know what I'm saying? Or find someone who didn't pay their taxes. Yep. That's a good one on prop screen. Find people who didn't pay their taxes, but you're still prospecting. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who don't pay their taxes, but they still own their property, they still want their property, all that good stuff. So that's still prospecting. You know what I'm saying? Now, marketing, you throw the marketing out there. Hey, you looking to sell your house fast, cash as is? People respond to that. They're raising their hand saying, hey, I'm looking to sell. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is there's a lot of people out there that might not be paying their taxes, but they want to keep their property. You know what I'm saying? You're searching through that crowd to find the one that might be looking to sell. But if you do marketing, then those people are raising their hand saying, hey, look over here. I want to sell. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Now, these leads any good as far as sellers wanting to sell, not asking retail. Now, of course, you're going to get people that's asking retail. However, they're less likely to ask for retail. A lot of times they come under retail, even though they're still asking for too much. The biggest thing is they have the motivation, because you got to think, what would make you click on an ad that says, hey, do you want to sell your property cash as is? There has to be something going on that will make you click on that ad. It's probably something going on to make that ad even appear on your page. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you talk about a certain thing, or you talk about doing a certain thing or buying a certain thing. Like I think my wife was talking about buying some glasses. Man, glasses been popping up all over my Instagram, all over the place. Glasses, glasses, glasses. So that's what I'm saying. People start talking about selling their house, ads start popping up about selling their house, and then they respond to it. Now there's some motivation here. So even if they ask for certain things, the motivation to sell it is there. And that's why the MLS listing strategy is great, because if you're able to list that property, you're going to get them the best offer. And then they're way more likely to go with you because you've given them the best offer that they're going to get. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, hey, I got you the best offer available. You know what I'm saying? And then now, they're more likely to sell their property. When I say want to sell, motivated sellers that will take a wholesale price. Yes, they will take a wholesale price, but with our MLS listing strategy, they don't always have to take a wholesale price. You know what I'm saying? They don't always have to take a wholesale price when you do the MLS listing strategy. Um, yes, I got leads in 2019 going to my county records office to get a list of code violations, like 5 deals this year. I ain't hand down them though. Hey, there a lot of stuff works, man. A lot of stuff works, and you just have to do what works. I was talking to somebody about this earlier today. It's like, dude, do what works. I'm telling you firsthand what works. My guy right here, real estate Poppy, is telling you firsthand what worked for him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but different people, different strategy fit different people's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. But the thing is, when you're trying to set up a business, you need to be able to do something that's repeatable, that's easily repeatable, and that can be repeated with speed. You know what I'm saying? You know, how often can you go to the county courthouse to get records? You know, how many times can you hand down people? You know what I'm saying? So you need to be able to do stuff that allow you to contact a bunch of people, you know, and be able to allow you to repeat the process. You know what I'm saying? He says not county but city. Yeah. So you're doing novations. A lot of people call it novations. I just call it a lot of times the MLS listing strategies, because it might not be a novation. Like we got one right now that and I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this one that we got in the contract, and we just got an offer on it. And it's not gonna be a novation. We have it listed. Like it's listed, but it's not an ovation. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sell it to a cash buyer, cash as is selling the property. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, here's the property. We got a buyer, we got a seller locked up, we got a buyer locked up, and it's gonna be an assignment. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a novation. Like in a novation, somebody would come and buy this property like a retail buyer, and we would have to get rid of the first agreement and then just stick with the agreement between the seller and the buyer. You know what I'm saying? That's a novation. Novation is when you get rid of the agreement. You know what I'm saying? You get rid of the original agreement and you just stick to the agreement between the seller and the buyer. You know what I'm saying? So that's the novation. We not really doing a novation on that one. My guy Rich in the building. What's going on, Rich? Man, you know you always welcome. But man, Rich, appreciate you always coming through, man, for sure. Um, I forgot your listing on MLS. I haven't done that yet. Your open approach with sellers to even get them. Yes, dude. We tell them straight up, we're gonna list your property on MLS, find you a buyer that works for you, get you to, we're gonna try to get you the price that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we tell them straight up, man. We tell them straight up. We let them know exactly what it's gonna be. And let them know. But dude, if you haven't done the MLS listing strategies, dude, woo, that put a whole lot more money in your pocket. I'm telling you right now. You know, I'm telling you right now, man, you get a lot more done with the MLS listing strategy, and you're gonna get better offers. You run into more buyers and all that stuff with the MLS listing strategy. So what if the person comes with a lender, FHA loan, they ask for repairs on the property? Wouldn't that be responsible? You're in. Now, if they ask for repairs, sometimes we'll do it, especially if it needs it to pass the inspection. We might ask the seller to do it. You know what I'm saying? First, we're going to try to get the seller to do it. If the seller can't do it, then we'll come in, and what we'll try to do is we'll try to get somebody who could do the repairs to agree to do the repairs and get paid at the closing table. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And then if that don't work, obviously we'll try to get the repairs done. But that's kind of how we do that. But they come in with FHA, you know. If they come in with FHA, we're gonna do a novation. They come in with conventional loan, any kind of those conventional loans, FHA, anything that can't act as cash where we can do an assignment or a double close, then we're gonna do a novation. Our biggest thing is we want to kind of keep it to two things: assignments and novations. And the main reason we do that, we want to avoid the double close because you're gonna get charged the realtor fees, and not realtor fees, not agent fees, attorney fees. You know, you'll get charged them attorney fees, man. You get hit with them attorney fees, and you're gonna see, you know, your profits, man, they get cut every time over and over and over again. $1,500, $1,700, your profit is getting cut. And it's like, man, that's tough. You don't want your profit to keep getting cut like that. So those attorney fees add up with the deals that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you could do the innovation, that'll cut out the attorney fees. And then if you could do an assignment, yeah, cut out the attorney fees. So you kind of want to keep it on one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Keep it on one or the other, man. Damn, forgot my people on IG, man. First Step, what's up, man? My guy, man. Ruffin in the building. Shout out to Ruffin, man. Shout out to Willie. Ruffin said first step. First step is getting leads, man. So your first step to doing a deal is getting leads. That's your first step, man. Your first step is to get leads. You gotta get leads. That's the first step. You know what I'm saying? Second step is understanding how to talk to sellers. You know what I'm saying? That's when you just kind of have to learn how to talk to sellers. And that just come through, studying, being around the wholesale game and studying. But even if you don't know, the biggest, when I say studying and learning, but the thing is, you can skip the learning curve if you get connected with somebody who know what the heck they are doing. You know what I'm saying? If you get connected with somebody who know what they're doing, you skip the learning curve. You know what I'm saying? There's a learning curve that has to happen, but you can skip that learning curve. You get connected with somebody who knows they are doing. That's the biggest thing, man. You skip the learning curve, and that's why I tell people, man, go get connected with somebody who knows what they're doing. And if you do that, you'll skip the learning curve of learning how to talk to sellers and how to get deals and all that stuff. And you can go ahead and start buying leads. You can be connected with somebody who know what they're doing. So you run into, let's say you get on the phone and say, I don't know what I'm doing. Call them up, three-way them in, let them talk to the seller. You sit there, listen. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all on the phone with the seller together. And you're just kind of seeing, okay, this is how he do it. This is what he's saying. This is kind of how he's breaking it down. And once you listen, it's just like being on a job. You know what I'm saying? When you go into a job, they don't just throw you up in there and you're like, all right, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Usually when they do that, you don't do as good of a job. Now, if you go in there and they show you, you watch them, do this and do that and do this and do that. You're like, oh, that's how they do that. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, you able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing, man, being able to see somebody else do it. But you're not going to see nobody else do it unless you get connected with somebody who's actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then being able to have that conversation with them, talk with them, that was my biggest thing, man. So the first thing you want to do is, I would say, get connected with somebody who know what they're doing. But after that, just start buying leads, man. I'm talking about just start buying leads, because if you get connected with somebody who know what they're doing and you start getting leads and you got people who talking about something, they're going to help you with those leads, and those leads could be deals. You know what I'm saying? And those deals could be 30K, 40K, 10, 20, you know what I'm saying? 5, 15, 20 here. Man, you hit a 5, 15, 20, it's $40,000. Like, Boom. That's just 3 deals, 40. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's big, man. So yeah, your first step, I would say, get connected with somebody who know what the heck they're doing. Then just start buying some leads. Just go stupid buying leads, man. Buy as many leads you possibly can, and stay connected with that person who know what they're doing. That's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else going on over here on IG? What's going on, man? Safrain. What's going on, man? But yeah, dude, that would be my advice, man. That would be my advice. And that's what I would do, man, if I had to start over, you know, if I had to start over, man, I would definitely would have got connected with somebody who knew what they were doing earlier. You know what I'm saying? If I would have done that earlier, then that would have really changed the game for me. That would have really changed the game for me because if I was able to get connected with somebody who knew what they were doing earlier, then I would have made a lot more money off of the deals I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'd have made a lot more money off the deals that I was doing because I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. It not knowing what I was doing cost me money, man. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what I was doing cost me money. Not knowing that I should have been, getting buyers like this or selling my properties like that cost me money, man. It cost me money. So that was my biggest thing that I screwed up is I should have got connected with somebody who they was doing earlier, and that way it wouldn't cost me, you know. Because I mean, I should have had 100K deals when I was taking 10K deals. You know what I'm saying? 20K deals that could have been 100K deals. It's like, dude, man, what am I doing? What am I thinking? I should have got connected with other people, man. So, but yeah, that would be my thing, man. But I just we broke down how these wholesalers get paid. Wholesalers mainly the number one thing they usually do is put a property on under contract at a certain price, saying that they are going to buy their property for X amount. Let's say $100,000. What they then turn around and do is assign their position in that contract to someone else for, let's say, 10, 20, $30,000. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, hey, look, I'm gonna give up my position in the contract to buy it for 100, and I'm gonna give you my position, but you're gonna have to pay me $10,000 for my spot in that contract. You know what I'm saying? That's how wholesalers get paid. Or, like I said, we do the novations. Then let's say if we have somebody on the contract at $100,000, the buyer want to purchase property at 110. We get the seller to give us the authority to negotiate and sign agreements on their behalf. We sign the agreement with the end buyer for them, and then we write up an invoice to charge the seller the $10,000 fee. You know what I'm saying? And then we send the end contract that we signed with the seller and the buyer, and the invoice to the attorney's office. So they know, like, hey, look, we got this contract we're closing, and the seller is gonna pay this invoice. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make sure the attorneys is like, novation friendly. Even if you're gonna do an assignment, you're gonna assign your position. Make sure that they do assignments, because every closing attorney doesn't do assignments. Every closing attorney doesn't do novation deals. Reggie, what's going on, man? Reg in the building. What's up, Reg? Um, but yeah, everybody don't do novation deals. Everybody don't do assignments. So you just gotta be careful out there, man. As far as dealing with people who may not do assignments, people who may do assignments, this, that, and the third. So, but yeah, man. Um, we got about 6 deals that we need to close. We got most of them are in South Georgia. We got one that we just locked up just the other day. Um, we closed the deal last week. Well, my guy John closed the deal just the other day. Um, and we got a short sale deal that we're working on. This one cash deal that we're working on in South Georgia, land deal in South Georgia. Man, we just got multiple deals, man, that we just gotta get to the closing table. So hopefully we can get some there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully people want some Christmas money, man, and go ahead and close some of these deals, dude. So that's what we kind of hoping for right now. You know what I'm saying? So, um, for sure, I think I'm gonna stay on here for the next 5 minutes. We got a few people in here, man. Ask questions. Let me know who you are, what you got going on, where you from. Are you just getting started wholesaling real estate? Have you been wholesaling for a while? Let me know who you are and what do you have going on, man. Yeah, man. Let me know who you are, what you got going on. So, uh, yeah, dude. I still got my Facebook crowd in here. I'm like, man, how do I get my Facebook people even in here? Man, how do I even get the Facebook people in here, dude? Mm, mm, I don't know. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, dude. Mm, Chan Pablo, what's going on? One thing I did want to announce, man, that I'm bringing back. We bringing back the first deal guarantee, man. We bringing back the first deal guarantee, dude. So we bringing it back, dude. We trying to get people some deals, dude. When we did that, we was getting people deals like crazy. But yeah, man, we're bringing back the first deal guarantee. So people gonna pay $1,000. People gonna pay $1,000, and we're gonna guarantee them that they're gonna get the first deal within 90 days. So within 90 days, you get your first deal wholesale real estate guaranteed. I don't want to be working with nobody who been doing deals. I want to help people who are new to doing deals, and we only taking 10 people. Only taking 10 people, man, at $1,000. Your first deal is guaranteed, or you get your money back. You know what I'm saying? So really, and with the first deal guarantee, man, what happens is you $1,000 you pay, and then you're gonna go buy. You have to go buy 30 leads, and these leads could be $30 a piece, but you're gonna buy them over 90 days. You know what I'm saying? So over the span of 90 days, you're gonna buy 30 leads. So that's 10 leads a month. So it could be $300 a month, but you're buying leads. You know what I'm saying? So you buy the leads. You have to buy 30 leads. You have to be connected with my team. You're gonna be connected with my acquisitions people, dispositions people, admin team that does all the paperwork, all that stuff. So yeah, man, $1,000, um, your first deal guaranteed, man. Otherwise, you get your money back. So really nothing to risk, man. Nothing to risk. Just jump in. I want to see who we gonna have. Are you gonna follow through? All that stuff, man. So first deal guaranteed is back. Like I said, we're only doing 10 people. Only 10 people on the first deal guaranteed, man. Let's see who we can help do a deal, man. Who can we help do a deal? Let's go. Who can we help? But yeah, man. I'm excited about that though, man. Excited about the first deal guaranteed. Just right around the new year, a lot of people looking to do new things, and it's like, man, the first deal guaranteed is perfect. Get people kicked off on the right foot in the new school year. So I'm excited about that, dude. Excited about the first deal guarantee. So, but shoot, man, been in this thing 30, a cool 30, man. We've been in this thing a cool 30. A cool 30, man. Shoot. Let's see. My people on IG. Chan Pablo. Willie T. Uh, shoot. But yeah, man, been on this thing for 30 minutes, man. Like I said, um, if you got questions, need anything, y'all already know where to hit me. Um, Other than that, man, I'm finna get up out of this thing. I appreciate everybody who came through, man. Um, and shoot, you need anything, just hit me up. Until tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow, man. Be back on this thing tomorrow, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Until tomorrow, man. Peace out. Oh yeah, make sure you, if you watching this part, make sure you like, subscribe, all the other good stuff, man. But until tomorrow, man. Peace out.